My next case is Springfield City Council versus Sarno. This is an action brought by the Springfield City Council against Dominic Sarno, who is the mayor of Springfield, seeking to compel him to implement an ordinance it passed in which he has ignored, transferring the governance of the Springfield Police Department from a single police commissioner to a board of police commissioners. The council passed the ordinance in 2018. Mayor Sarno vetoed it, and then the council overrode the veto. The mayor ignored the override and appointed a police commissioner, Cheryl Clapprood, in 2019. Her contract was in effect until 2024 under this agreement. The issue the Superior Court takes up here is whether the 2018 ordinance is legally valid. Next. The court first addresses the allocation of Springfield's legislative and executive powers. Under Chapter 41, Section 1090, it provides that the mayor, as the appointing authority, who may establish an employment contract with a police commissioner, and that such contract prevails over any conflicting provision in a local ordinance. The mayor has a weak argument when he says the 2018 ordinance interfered with a contract with the police commissioner. The 2018 ordinance became effective in December 2018, 9 months before he had entered into a contract with Clapprood. The 2018 ordinance could not have interfered with a contract which had not yet been executed when the ordinance was passed. The conflict was created here by the mayor when he entered into a contract in 2019 and chose to ignore the 2018 ordinance. Next. The next issue the court addresses is the mayor's authority to appoint department heads. The unambiguous language of Chapter 43, Section 5 accords the City Council authority to reorganize municipal departments. Such reorganization, even altering titles and positions, does not diminish the mayor's power to make appointments to those head department positions. Under the 2018 ordinance, the department head of the SPD is the board and not a police chief or a commissioner of police, and the mayor appoints the board members. The mayor has ignored the distinction between a department's organizational structure and the persons who are appointed to lead it. The reorganization of a municipal department dictates whether that department head will be an individual or a particular entity comprised of more than one person. Under Chapter 43, Section 53, the mayor appoints individuals deemed qualified for positions. Had the legislature intended to exclude from the City Council's reorganization authority any department head position, it presumably would have expressly so provided in the statute. Because the 2018 ordinance provides the mayor will appoint the board members, he has not shown that it infringes upon his authority to appoint the SPD department head, or that there is any real conflict between his appointment authority and the City Council's reorganization authority. Next. The next issue is the validity of the eligibility criteria for board members. The mayor argues that the criteria to be a board member is illegal. You have to have been a 3-year citizen of the town and cannot be a compensated elected official. The mayor enjoys broad but not limitless authority in appointing department heads. Per Chapter 43, Section 52, and the Charter, the mayor's decision to appoint department heads must be free from the restrictions imposed by the City Council. The mayor here has established that the disqualifying factors in the 2018 ordinance exceeded the City Council's legislative authority to reorganize departments and impermissibly transgresses his broad appointment power. The court rules the eligibility of board members are invalid and have no effect, but it does not fail to the rest of the 2018 ordinance. Next. Some of the language of the 2018 ordinance is not entirely clear for the board's powers and duties. It is possible to construe the 2018 ordinance as giving the board the authority and duty to appoint to the SPD all its police officers, as well as a constable, the constable's assistant, a police chief, and assistants. There is some confusion on the transition of power between the police commissioners and would help to be clear, but none of the concerns impair the validity of the 2018 ordinance. The mayor's obligations and powers under the 2018 ordinance, the mayor must certify that each of his appointees is a recognized expert in the work at issue, or is a person specially fitted by education, training, or experience to perform the duties of the position in question. The mayor is not required to fill board vacancies unless he can attest to the fitness of eligible, qualified, and willing candidates. The court cannot order the mayor to appoint the 5 board members. The holding here, the Superior Court ultimately rules in favor of the City Council, ruling that Sarno would still have executive powers by appointing commission members and must, without further delay and in good faith, endeavor to identify and appoint qualified individuals to serve on the Board of Police Commissioners. This case has since been appealed to the SJC.